What is going on, everyone? This is Nick here at Y for Turbo. We are in Be a GM mode on NHL 16 with our Edmonton Oilers. And last episode, we had a subpar draft, but, you know, we got a lot of depth for the future. Probably trading assets, but that's okay. We had a good season last year that got a lot of growth to our team. And one of the biggest things that comes with a good season is a, not the best draft pick. We got a 23rd overall pick in the first round there, and after that we had a spattering of picks, but it was a pretty weak draft, honestly. I feel like there were only maybe 5 elites in the whole draft. It was pretty brutal. So. Anyway, we're going into free agency because we got to make a splash in free agency. So actually, can we do a trade right now? We can. So I'm just going to look at our team, how it kind of stacks up right now. We're not going to make a trade. I'm just like going over and looking at our team right now. So let's go to forwards here. High overall forward. So actually, yeah, let's go by center first. So centers, 1. Oh, it's not going by overall. Come on, game. Okay, so first line center, obviously Connor McDavid. You guys can see he has matured greatly, and I feel like once we get to preseason, he'll be up even higher. Not that he even needs to be higher. A 93 overall is amazing, but his faceoffs could be better. His faceoffs are a little low for a 93 overall center. So anyway, great defensive awareness though. So he's our first line center. Second line, Draisaitl. And then I was hoping Gordon could stay as a fourth liner because he's got those 90 faceoffs. He is a fourth liner. And maybe Lander could come up. But Lander, we're kind of rolling the dice on seeing if he's going to come up. He has really good faceoffs. So if he gets up to like an 83 in preseason, which I really hope he does because he got some good playing time this year, why not? Let's have him as the third line center. But as of right now, we are looking for a third line center. So Lander could still play on the fourth line if he doesn't really grow. And he's got pretty low trade value, so he might not grow. We could also worry about some of these lower guys down here. Maybe this guy will jump up, Yakimov. But who knows? So maybe a third line center. Let's keep that in mind. So left wingers. Taylor Hall, obviously first liner. Perron, second liner, Foligno, third liner, and then maybe Slepyshev, fourth liner. He could also be a trading asset if he, no, I'd like to keep him because if he can get up to a good, his defensive awareness is growing a little bit. He's getting better at shooting. His shooting category is pretty good so far. His accuracy is a little low, but he's getting better. He might get up to like an 84 maybe, and that would be pretty good, especially for a trading asset, for sure. But maybe another year in the minors, I'm not really sure. But so we might need a fourth line like grinder type forward. I don't want. The only reason Slepyshev wouldn't make the team is just because he's a sniper. I just don't want. Maybe on the third line because we're gonna have to use our prospects at some point. I don't want him on the fourth line though with a grinder. So, okay, right wingers, Eberle, and then it pretty much drops off Patan, Dano, Glendening. Glendening can play third line center, but I'd rather have him. He could play. He's a little low though, so maybe we should look out for a right winger. Maybe a second liner could work because I don't know if you guys saw in the draft. I forgot to bring it up. Of course, Rabada. Retired, so he is not our second liner anymore, which is good because we don't have to waste the cap on it, and we have 10 mil available. But I don't want to sign someone to a long-term contract when we have McDavid's contract coming up next year. It's already that time. So maybe a second liner that wants 1 year. I wouldn't mind giving him a decent amount of money just for the 1 year. But we got to remember, we only have 10 mil available. And then defenseman. This is where I don't think we'll have to worry about anything. Lindholm, Glendening, Reinhart, Bayou, Clefbaum, Nurse. So that's our top 6. And then we have Party down in the AHL. And then these guys coming up. We have a lot of 7th D, man. That's why I was like, Sean Day will be able to get some playing time down in the AHL, which is rad. Even though it says CHL right now, he is old enough, I believe, so he can come up at the beginning of the season. Also, Jones will get some playing time. You know, we probably got to trade some defensemen, at least for maybe some late round picks that, by the way, I need your help with. I need your help with the draft. I need it. So, okay, here was the thing that happened last episode. If you guys missed it, Cam Talbot jumped to an 89 from a exact starter at 83 overall. I was like pretty happy when he came up to an 84, because he was exact. How did he jump to an 89? He hardly got any playing time, and when he got playing time, he got 7 goals against or whatever in the playoffs. This has to be a glitch. There's no way. Gillies is, I think, already a backup. Yeah, he's already a backup, so we gotta play him. And we have Talbot and Mrazek. We can't go in with both of them. How much is Talbot making? 4 mil. So we could trade away Talbot, because look at his trade value. It's insane. And he's actually an 89. Like, it's legit. He actually has like 90 angles, 88 glove low, like all this stuff. It's like these key areas went way up, and he's now an 89. So he could be our starting goalie for the future, but I feel like it's too good to be true, and it's going to drop off next year or something like that. Look at his trade value right now. Mrazek is still growing. You know what I mean? And Gillies is coming up, so we don't need Talbot. One more year, we don't need Talbot. You know what I mean? And yeah, you could make the argument that he could make a run for us this year, and we could actually get somewhere in the playoffs. But it's like, what happens if he drops off? It's one of those things, like, I'm so worried about. I don't know how it works, and I don't know. I just don't know. There's so many. I don't know. So what do you guys think? I don't think I'll make a move this episode just because it's so soon and I haven't seen your guys' input yet. Should we trade him away at the deadline? And if we do trade him away at the deadline, what should we try to get? I think we should try to get a really good prospect that can potentially play as a second line forward this year, like going into the playoffs. And then we don't worry about that second liner until the trade deadline, maybe. Or maybe we use him in a trade to get someone just like totally OP. I don't know. I want to win the cup this year, but it's like I think rather than having like the talent, we have the trading assets. We have a ton of 7th D men. We have this crazy backup starter that just jumped at 29 years old. Like, you know, he was 28 when he jumped, or 29 or 28 or 29 when he jumped. There's no, I didn't know that could happen. So I don't know if it's a glitch. I don't know, but we can figure it out. That's just weird to me. So let's go ahead and go into free agency. It's been a long time. I could have just gone to free agents, whatever. We'll go right here. So let's see who's available. We looked last time very briefly. So Datsuk wants 1 year. I mean, he wants 1 year for 10 mil though. Never mind. Marleau wants 1 year. We could do something like that, but we'd have to put him on the right wing. I mean, he's got really good defensive awareness, decent face-offs, so if we got an injury or something, he could come in. Really good shooting and stuff. And it's just 1 year. You know what I mean? It's 1 year. He could play on the second line. Because a bunch of these other guys, Justin Williams only wants 1 year, but he's only an 84. If, like, I don't know, if Johnson wanted 1 year, I could maybe do it. But he's not a right winger, and I don't know. Stafford, we could maybe get for kind of cheap. He doesn't have as good defensive awareness as I thought he had. I don't know. I think pulling the trigger on Marleau might be cool. If you guys don't know my mindset right now, it's next year McDavid wants a contract. And how I set it up was a lot of people are going to end their contracts that year as well. So we can really mold the team exactly how we want based on salary around Connor McDavid. Now, I feel like he's going to ask for something like 10 mil, which, I mean, even though it's well-deserved, it's going to be really hard for us to mold a championship team around a $10 million player when he's taking up that much cap. So I feel like, you know, there's that whole like 15% rule. We could probably get him down to like 9 mil or something like that, which honestly would be great because we've seen teams like Chicago with dual 10 million players in Kane and Taves win the cup. And they were able to mold a team around them, but we gotta rely on our young guns. That's why we've got Patan, Slepyshev, everybody. Like we're cropping them up slow. They're going slow, and everybody else's contract will kind of end around that, and we will be able to mold it however we want. You know, saving money by getting a third liner like Glendening, who's already in the system, who only wants like $1 million. He actually, I think we got him for like 800,000 this year. So it's like that kind of player who's going to be depth. And then we have the 95, 96 overall Connor McDavid, who's making 10 mil. So that's why I'm like, okay, oh, it's doing the turbo craziness. Oh, look, Kunitz is available too. Oh, man, he's old, though. I mean, they're all pretty old, but just waiting for this to wear off. Come on. Come on. Almost there. There we go. So I'm thinking maybe Marleau. We go ahead and sign Marleau to 1 year. He's a second line forward, and he's able to help out Draisaitl and Perron on the second line. And maybe we put him on the power play, and you know he kind of exactly steps into the role of Verbata, where Verbata was 37. We picked him up for a second liner. He was a right winger though. This guy will be playing out of position. I'll change Patrick Marleau to a right winger though, because I don't want to play him on the left wing. I want Perron to play his actual side, especially because Perron's got that good defense awareness, but so does Marleau. So the second line, potentially, it has two-way forwards on it, doesn't it? With Perron and Draisaitl. And then Marleau basically is a two-way forward with that 87 defensive awareness. Pretty good stick checking, too. So I'm going to offer him a contract, and we're gonna try to get him. So, God, I don't know. We'll probably have to offer him like 8 mil, which sucks, but it's 1 year. Whatever. And if we're not, I'll do 7.975. I don't know, because Arizona's interested too, but if Arizona, we'll do 8. If Arizona overpays for him, whatever, we'll figure it out. So that will leave us with 2 million. Now let's just see if we can spot any cool prospects. No, he's not going to get up to a decent. This guy, 73 overall, he's 20, unrestricted free agent, top 6 forward, right winger. Now, hopefully, oh yeah, I remember this guy. We may have picked him up in the Detroit one. I may have had him in my standalone GM that I just did off camera. I'm gonna get him a contract because I think he gets decent. Yeah, that's fine because it's 2A. We're not going to be bringing him up this year, so that's totally fine. This guy's also 20, a center. Already 73 overall, top 6 forward. Wow, he's already got stuff in the 80s. Yeah, we're going to pick him up. He'll really help out the AHL squad and hopefully get up to the point where he can help out Edmonton. So that's good. And maybe we pick up one more person. Maybe I'll pick up this defender right here. Oh no, he's 26 already, and he wants 3 million. What am I thinking? I was thinking he was younger. Yeah, I don't really see any other defensemen that are decent. I mean, we could go here. Defense. Yeah, I think this guy, top 6 defender. 20 years old, 71 overall. This guy, oh, he's 25. Yeah, let's pick him up, because if anything, we can. I gotta offer a little bit more. Oh wait, is he restricted? He's not restricted, so Boston isn't his team. Okay, I'll just do 900, so he'll come to us, because I want those prospects. Just honestly. Just getting prospects that we can trade away too. Look at this guy, high starter, minor league backup. I don't think we have room for another goalie, but we could definitely pick him up. keep doing this little clicky click thing with my mouth because I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. So we okay. So far we've offered a few contracts. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and look at this. This should probably be a long free agency video, just because I'm trying to make GM modes every single day. So we're gonna go through free agency, go up to the preseason, and then I'll let you guys kind of pick lines and stuff like that. But here's what I'm thinking: a fourth liner. We wanted a fourth line left winger, and we got, actually, let's go back to proposed trade. See how many contracts we have. Okay, yeah, we'll have more than enough. We have more than enough. We're all good. I was afraid that we weren't going to have enough room on the team, but we'll have more than enough. So we want a fourth liner. Here's a fourth liner, Ryan Garbutt. He's a right winger, though. I don't think we need that. He's a grinder, though. That might really help. Good aggressiveness and body checking. Defense awareness is okay. I'd like a higher defensive awareness, but I think he makes up for it in body checking, and that could really make the fourth line pretty cool. Plus, we could send him down if we don't need him. Here's another fourth liner, Stoll. He's a right winger as well. He's like 35. Yeah, he's kind of slightly worse in all the categories that I thought were good. He is a good center, though, but we don't need that. We don't need that on the fourth line. We already have a great fourth liner, Chip Chura. He's a little better in the I guess not. It's just those face-offs like that look pretty good to me for some reason. Okay, I think we figured it out. Paye, maybe he's a little younger. No. Okay, yeah, he's a two-way forward too. McGinn is still growing. Oh man, that sucks. He's got kind of a low defensive awareness. He is still growing though as a top 9. That would be really cool if he got to like an 83 and was still a fourth liner, if that's even possible. You know what? Maybe we'll go with him just because he can grow. Oh, you know what, though? By preseason, he might cap off, and then we're out some defensive awareness. And he's a left winger, which I don't think we need. Okay, let's just go up and get... You know, we can sign both of them. Let's just do that. Offer him a contract. Oh, no, we can't. He wants a lot. Well, for what he is. He's just trying to... I know he's trying to cash in on that... Where is... Who is the guy we were looking at? Garbutt? Was it him? I've already forgotten. Yeah, it was Garbutt. He wants 1.8 though. That cuts us really close. You know what? I'm going to go with this guy who's going to grow. Excuse me. I'm just going to go with him just because we'll save a little bit of money. We won't have to worry about the cap so much. And we can play him. He wants a one-way. That sucks because we're going to have to pay on him anyway. It's 1 year. Whatever. We'll do... I'll just offer 1.5. If he doesn't want it, it's a sign. You know, it's a sign that we don't need to sign him. I'm going to just go to the calendar because usually the free agents take a while. Come on, guys. You're being rude, ignoring me. Okay, McGinn is on the team. We got him for like, what, 100,000 more than he wanted, so that's fine. He says it was most generous, so that's pretty cool. He's really happy to be on the team. And this guy will be either a fourth line grinder or we will have him down in the AHL. But I think he'll be playing on the fourth line. Okay, Anderson is a defensive prospect, top 6 potential. Bracco is a center who's already got a lot of stats in the 80s. So he'll help out AHL this year. And he's only 20, so hopefully he can grow and be a maybe a third liner of the future. He's a top 6 though, so you know maybe he replaces Draisaitl when Draisaitl wants like $9 million in 2 years or whatever. Oh sweet, Koral Stalev is a really good sniper. That is oh look at that, we were just bordering on too low financially, so that's pretty good. He's already 73, so he will for sure play in the first line in the AHL. And we're still waiting on that Marleau one. I hate how it makes you wait so long. And Marleau came to the team. So Marleau is our new second line right winger, and I know he's a left winger and left-handed, but I'll change him to a right winger because that's going to be his role this season. He's not playing left wing. We could maybe put him on the left wing on the power play, but we're worrying about chemistry. He is only worrying about right wing this year. And as a coach, I'm saying, look, you're a right winger now. Yeah, you're left-handed. You're a right winger. Doesn't matter. Set up for the one-timer. Pass the puck. Do what you can. You're a right winger on a second line that has really molded itself into a defensive second line. Patrick Marleau has an 87 defensive awareness, so that's really good. So I'm just going to go to trade players real quick, just so we can look at how many contracts we have and also like cap available. So we have like 3 mil available, 2.5 mil available, actually, or 2.2 available. That's where it is. And we have 47 out of 50 contracts. So I feel like that's a good place to stop. Maybe sign one more prospect, actually. Let's just kind of see where we're at. And like I said, guys, this will be a video that's just the free agency going into preseason and looking at the lines and stuff like that. We're just doing pure analysis. And look at that. Nobody wants Datsuk right now. Or maybe he's holding out on a deal. Oh, can I look at... Whoops, didn't mean to click that. I'm not actually going to offer him a contract. We don't have the money. Calgary is interested. Wow. It's kind of low of Detroit to just drop him like that, but I feel like we did that in Detroit too, which is sad. Let's just look at prospects. You know what? We could sign that goalie. What am I doing? High starter Booth. He's 20 years old, already 74 overall. The only thing is we have so many goalie prospects. The only reason we'd be signing him is to either trade him or trade somebody else. You know what? We'll just do it where we offer him something. Oh yeah, isn't this guy? He may have been in Johnny Superman's GM mode because I remember his face. We're offering him 8.85 because 2 teams are interested in him. If we get him, we could trade him to those teams. You know. So maybe we'll get... We don't have a lot of left wingers, do we? If there's any left wing prospects, those guys were restricted. No. Anybody younger? 23, bottom 6, Winquist. Wasn't he on our team? No, I don't think so. Oh, I saw him in the draft though, I think. He's a sniper. If I could find like a grinder, maybe. This guy's 20. Two-way forward. He's bottom 6 forward. We could sign him. He's kind of low overall though. But you know what? No, I think we're gonna pass on that. We're just gonna look at forwards though. Just see if there's anything. Howla, I know Howla's elite, but he's already 26 and he's restricted. He's 83 overall at 26. He's not gonna jump, you know. It's not gonna happen. But we said that about Talbot too. So top 9 forward. This guy's 23. He's a left winger. Why didn't I see him in the thing? Two-way forward. You know what? Let's get this guy. He's not even restricted. He's 23. He can play in the AHL. Nice. Okay. Let's do 8.85. I keep saying 8.5. 8.5 million. Okay, so that should be fine for now. We've got a lot of prospects now. We're really starting to gather them up and kind of... Oh, nice. We got Booth. Too low financially. There we go. That's why we put it up to 0.85 when he originally just said 0.675. Just say what you want, Booth. You know, just be direct. We're all adults here. Well, is he an adult? Is he 18? I think he was 23. Rupert, offer accepted. So cool. We got nice two-way forward and a nice goalie prospect. And yeah, so now we got to make a lot of decisions on... we don't need anything else, so I'm just going to go all the way to the preseason. I'll talk a little bit, but if it gets too long, I'll just cut it. So we'll go to the 8th here. So what I need from you guys is, do we trade very first and foremost, do we trade Cam Talbot? Do we trade Mrazek? Now Mrazek is going to probably get a little bit better. He might cap off before preseason. We'll have to check. But if he does cap off, we have an 87 or 88 overall goalie which is fine. That can win a cup for sure. He might not be able to steal a lot of games for us, but I feel like Cam Talbot, yeah, right now he's 89 overall. But what happens if he drops? What happens if, I don't know, his trade value starts going down or something? Like, he has such high trade value. Let's just look at this real quick. Whoops. Oh, you can't look at your, you can't propose a trade right now? Oh, it must be after the, I didn't actually see where we were at. Let's go one more week, a couple more days. It should jump here. Okay, one more week. Come on. There we are. Okay, there we are. So now we're seeing our actual season right now. So let's go in and look at if everything is pretty much as it seems. They're gonna have stupid lines for some reason. They always do this. Like, okay, so God, it's so weird. Like, I'm dumbfounded whenever I look at it. He's 89 overall. Mrazek is 87. So, oh yeah, okay. So Mrazek is only 25. So basically he has like a year and a half still to grow. So he could get up to an 89, and that would be really cool. So if he gets up, you know, to an 89 in the next year or two, that's all well and good and everything like that. But what do we do for Talbot? Because this guy is not a backup. Plus, here's another thing we have to remember. They probably have him in the net down here. Gillies, 84 overall already. He's a backup goalie. He needs to play backup. And Pascali is a starter. We just picked up... We just... where's the... okay, Brissat, we should probably get rid of, honestly. And then Booth can be the backup down here. Minor league backup goalie. So, yeah, it all works out perfectly. We just got to get rid of one of them. Do we ride Cam Talbot out? Or do we trade him away? Wow, and look at that. Connor McDavid is up at a 95 overall. Oh, my God. 91 defensive awareness. So, let me... Here, I'll take a quick break, and we'll jump around on the roster moves. And I'll move everybody up that needs to be up, everybody down that needs to be down. And I'll go through the AHL lines. And then we'll come back, and I'll show you what I have in mind. And you guys let me know what you have in mind. So I'll see you in 1 second. Okay, guys, so here is the NHL lineup that I kind of had in mind. Basically... It's best lines with a few minor moves. They had Marlowe on the third line for some reason. But Patan right here, he's 85, but still a third line scoring forward. And he's got a really good shooting category. So this third line is kind of this like weird mixture between a grindy and scoring line. And I feel like it really could score. I might make Luke Glendening a center just for the chemistry's sake, but he's got really good face-offs, good player. Foligno obviously is a good player. The one person on this whole roster that's out of place is Diano, being a third line checking forward on the fourth line, so we'll have to put him somewhere, penalty kill or something like that, because I don't want to give up on Diano. That two-way forward is just a badge of honor in my system. Draisaitl, he is a first liner though. So we got to worry about that. We got to probably put him on the first line power play. He's not taking the center position away from McDavid. That's just not going to happen. He's got a great second line here. So this is kind of a Crosby-Malkin kind of thing with Draisaitl just being a little bit worse than both of them. And especially Crosby. But having that two-way and like playmaker kind of 1-2 punch here, especially with Draisaitl having decent defensive awareness, good shooting, that kind of stuff, and McDavid having really good defensive awareness, really good shooting, really good puck skills, really good skating, really good it's just like everything is so good. Physical's a little low, but he's fine. He's a big body guy. Obviously Hall and Eberle are going to get that. Eberle could get, you know, he could be a little bit better. We could have another 90 up here, but I mean 88 with a 95 and a 90, I'm not worried about it. And this guy's going to be a 90 down here, so we're going to have a lot of 90s. We could also put Draisaitl, since he's got really good, actually has really bad faceoffs. We could put him on the wing if we traded somebody away. But I feel like this 1-2 punch down the middle will be great. Didn't really mess with the power play and penalty kill and stuff, just because I was going to ask you guys about that. But they're saying for the best lines, this is what they're saying. I didn't even change a thing because I thought it was pretty interesting. People are saying Reinhart should try to, you know, just earn his time. But everyone in the top 4 is a top 4 defenseman. So do we put Clendening up here? You know what? I think that would be better, and put Reinhart down here with Nurse and then move Nurse over. I think that actually might be a better bet, except for the whole two-way chemistry thing. Clendening up here could be, we could do this. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. And then Reinhart is down here. Yeah, he's playing top 4, but he's getting, you know, those minutes. Nurse is playing out of position slightly, but he's still, you know, it's fine, whatever. Clefbaum and Bailu, they're both top 6, as you can see. And that is also their potential. So they're kind of reaching it, maybe up to an 85. That would be really cool. But we've got a really good core going here, especially if these guys can jump up. Reinhart is going down to a top 40 instead of elite. So maybe we can give him, we can just kind of ease him into the season. Maybe just play him on the second line, power play. He's got really good defensive awareness, so he'll be on the penalty kill for sure. But we'll have to look at that. I'll just look at, so you guys can, if you want to pause it or something, look at their defensive awareness, look at their stats. You can tell me who should be on what line. They've all got decent defensive awareness. Obviously, the defenseman Reinhart has the best. And, yeah, so obviously Hall, McDavid, Eberle are going to be very prevalent on this team. Everybody else, let me know. Let me know where Dano goes, if we move him up, if we move Clendening down, because Clendening is a depth forward. Do we put him actually on the right wing? The only thing is 75 faceoffs, we could put him in the middle. Patan has 78. What does Foligno have? 79. And no, McGinn doesn't even have any good ones. So that's the only thing. Like with 87 faceoffs, he's really good at center, but we could potentially put him down on the 4th line and just have one of these other guys. It's just like, I like winning faceoffs, so I don't know. But let me know. It's up to you guys. I hope you thought I did pretty good in free agency, at least better than the draft. We got Marleau. I'll change him to a right winger right after I end this video. But please let me know what we should do about Cam Talbot, what we should do about Marco Dano, sorry, and what we should do about power play, penalty kill. You guys know. You always help me out. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe if you dug it, for tons of GM modes, tons of random other stuff, and we will see you next time out on the ice.